Chris Brown has reportedly sent Rihanna a custom
Okay,
luxury
since you're
car.
agreeing with
Yes,
this
a
water,
full-blown high-end vehicle,
we
just
handle
days
them
after she
properly
revealed she's pregnant
because
with her third child.
we don't
For
suffer
some,
plenty,
it's
we
a
no
kind
suffer
gesture.
again. So
For others,
we
it
get
feels
a
like a headline
management
from
committee
past
try
most
for
of us
see
thought
the
we moved
water
on from.
be
So what's
fine,
really going on
it
here?
clean
Why
all the
now?
time.
And how are
So
Rihanna,
the
ASAP
management
Rocky,
committee
and
try
fans
for do
processing this?
maintenance
Let's be
and
real.
we
Rihanna
sensitize
and
people
Chris
them
Brown have
for
a
cut
history that's
trees around the
complicated,
catchment
emotional,
for
and
the
public.
water.
If you lived through the
We
late
go build so
2000s, you remember how it all unfolded.
generation
They
they
were
will come,
young in love
they will
and
meet
on
am.
top of the world. Then came the night in
So
2009 that changed everything. It was heartbreaking. It was messy. It sparked national conversations about abuse, forgiveness, and growth. Since then, Rihanna has blossomed into a global icon. She's not just an artist. She's a mother, a business mogul, and someone who's crafted her own space with quiet strength. And now, with her third child on the way, she's entering yet another powerful chapter in her life. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe. 90% of watch without subscribing. It costs you nothing but makes a huge difference to us. Already subscribed? Thank you. So imagine the shock when news broke that Chris Brown had gifted her a sleek, custom-wrapped luxury car. Matte black finish, top-tier interior, and a handwritten note that simply said, wishing you happiness and peace. Always. It wasn't just a car, it was a moment. A gesture that opened a floodgate of emotions for fans, friends, and anyone who remembers what they've been through. Let's walk through what happened. Rihanna made her pregnancy public in classic Rihanna style. No words, just a glowing baby. Bump at a star-studded event. The photos were everywhere. The energy? Pure joy. But just days after that, reports surfaced that Chris Brown had sent her a car. Not a thinking of you card, not flowers. A car, a very specific car. Rare, customized, and clearly expensive. And with it, a note that wasn't dramatic or flashy, just simple, almost quiet. Wishing you happiness and peace, always. The internet immediately split into two camps. Some people saw it as thoughtful, maybe even healing. Like, hey, maybe Chris is just showing respect. Maybe this is his way of closing a chapter peacefully. Others weren't buying it. They saw it as unnecessary, invasive, like he was inserting himself into a moment that was about her and her family. It's a fair reaction. The history between them is real and painful. And no matter how much time has passed, for some people, that pain doesn't just disappear. Then came the twist that made it all real. Paparazzi cameras actually caught the moment. The car was delivered to Rihanna's LA home. A private carrier rolled up. The matte black vehicle was slowly unwrapped and rolled into the driveway. It wasn't subtle. It wasn't secret. And of course, the footage went viral instantly. Rihanna hasn't commented publicly, but according to someone close to her, she was surprised but not rattled. They said she's focused on her pregnancy, her children, her work. The gift, while unexpected, doesn't change her direction. That silence, her not responding, spoke volumes. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't performative. It was just quiet. And that quietness has left everyone wondering, what did it mean? Let's be honest, people change. They grow. They learn. And maybe this was Chris Brown's way of saying, no hard feelings, I wish you well. Or maybe it was more about him than her, a gesture meant to stir up attention, to remind the world of a story that once defined his image. It's hard to say for sure. What we do know is this: Rihanna doesn't need a car. She doesn't need validation. She's built an empire with her own hands. She's raising a family, and she's done it on her terms. As for A$AP Rocky, he hasn't made any public statements either, but people close to him say he's unbothered, focused, protective of his peace and of hers. He's in it for the long haul, and none of this drama seems to be shaking that foundation. Still, you can't deny what a moment like this does. It pulls people back in. It stirs up emotions we thought we buried. It makes us remember where we were when the story first unfolded, and maybe that's why this whole thing feels so big. So here's the real question. Was this just a respectful gesture from an old flame? Or was it an attempt to reopen a story that many feel should have stayed closed? It's easy to forget that behind the headlines and hashtags are real people, with real histories, real pain, and maybe even real healing. Rihanna has made it clear, through her actions, that she's moved on. She's building a future that's bigger than any one chapter of her past. And for fans who've grown up watching her evolve, that means a lot. As for Chris Brown, it's hard to say what's in his heart. Maybe this was his way of trying to acknowledge their past with grace. Or maybe it was just a poorly timed gift that sent the wrong message. Either way, one thing is clear. When it comes to celebrities, every action gets amplified and every gesture gets dissected. But maybe there's a lesson in that. Sometimes, closure doesn't look like a big public statement. Sometimes it's just living your life, thriving, choosing peace, choosing silence, and letting time do the rest. So to everyone watching, what do you believe makes a gesture meaningful? Is it the intention behind it, the impact it has, or the way it respects someone's journey? Let's talk about it. Drop your take below. We read every comment. And if you've been through something complicated with someone in your past, you know how layered it can be. Forgiveness doesn't always mean reconnection. Growth doesn't always need a spotlight. Before we wrap, just a quick reminder, stories like this aren't about taking sides. They're about listening, remembering, and reflecting. We all evolve, and sometimes the past shows up in unexpected ways. What matters most is how we respond to it. So whether you see Chris Brown's gift as a sign of peace or just noise, it's okay to feel torn. We're not here to tell you how to feel. We're here to hold space for the conversation. Let's keep this space open, real, and kind. Share your story in the comments if you've ever been in a similar position. Your words might just help someone else feel seen. If there's one thing this moment reminds us is that healing doesn't always make headlines, but it does matter. Whether it's between two people who are once in love or within ourselves as we grow through the things we thought would break us. Rihanna's journey is proof that you can carry your past without letting it define your future. And sometimes, even an unexpected gift from someone you've long outgrown can be met with grace, silence, and strength. Maybe that's the real takeaway here. You don't owe anyone a response when you've already made peace within. So take that energy with you, whether you're rebuilding something or leaving it behind for good. You deserve peace, you deserve joy, and you deserve to move forward without apology. We're so glad you joined us for this conversation. If this touched something in you, share it. Someone out there might need to hear it too. We've got more stories ahead, some dramatic, some beautiful, some a little bit of both. Until next time, be well, be safe, and remember, even the messiest stories can lead to something meaningful. We want to know what you think. Do you see this as maturity or manipulation? Was this Chris Brown making peace or making headlines? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Be honest, be respectful. We know this is a sensitive topic. And if this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it. Because whether we're talking about celebrity drama or real human stories, it's always deeper than what's on the surface. Thanks for spending a few minutes with us. We'll be watching to see where this story goes next. Chris Brown has reportedly sent Rihanna a custom luxury car. Yes, a full-blown high-end vehicle, just days after